What's going on, everyone? Josh Rzepka here, and welcome to this midweek edition of Mute Monday. If you're new around here, welcome. Mute Monday is a series that can get posted any day of the week, not just on Mondays. But this series, this is where I discuss and demonstrate different trumpet mutes so that you know what they're all about, and more importantly, so you know what they sound like. Today, I am very excited to be sharing a terrific new bucket mute. This was recently released by TrumCor Mutes. These mutes are designed and handmade right here in the USA, and they are a brand that many pro trumpeters swear by. And a quick note, this video is not sponsored. Now, before I get into the playing examples, let's check this mute out up close. As you can see, this is a very sharp looking mute, and just like all TrumCor mutes, the materials and build quality are fantastic. This style of bucket mute goes in the bell just like any other standard mute, and the metal part here on the top, this is made out of brass. And as you can see, there's a nice piece of fabric going over the inside of the mute with that TrumCor logo. And the side of the mute, this is made out of a fiber material similar to the other fiber mutes that they offer. Now, the bottom of this mute, this has got a nice big wooden resonator. Now, I had a chance to speak with the owner of TrumCor and master craftsman Chris Legault, and he gave me some info on this mute, and this is what I learned from him. This design, this is a replacement for the original bucket mute that TrumCor previously offered, which looks a little bit like this. And as you can see, this is a very different design, and the way that the old mute would attach onto the bell is that it would slide over the edge of the bell and kind of clip on. However, there are so many different bell sizes out there, and it became a product which only part of the trumpet community was able to use. Additionally, that specific mute was very labor intensive to make, so he was looking for a solution for something that would be better, that would work for every trumpeter. So Chris created this new design with a couple things in mind. First, he wanted to make sure that he maintained the playability and the sound of that original mute. And second, it was the ease of the use for the performer. That was really top of mind. One thing that is very common to hear with traditional bucket mute designs is how difficult it is to put it on and off the bell. For instance, the Humenberg bucket mute, that takes two hands and a bit of effort to put on your bell. Now, his previous design, it didn't have that issue. However, it wasn't compatible with every single different size bell. So this new design, it quickly fits in the bell just like any other mute, and this can be used in trumpets with various bell sizes. So it seems like he checked off all those boxes that he was after with this new bucket mute design. All right, that's all the info that I've got on this mute. Let's hear how this sounds. Now, first I'm going to play all of my standard examples, and then I've included a little bit extra, including a 3-trumpet section playing something that all of you will recognize and many of you have likely played before. All right, here we go. right, so you've just heard this brand new TrumCor Bucket Mute, and what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and while you're at it, why don't you hit that like and subscribe? Now, I've got to say, ever since I got this mute, I have really enjoyed using it on gigs, and I've taken this to a lot of gigs, big band as well as jazz trio gigs for numerous private events, and it plays great, and it is a very versatile mute. Right off the bat, when you play this mute, you will immediately notice how easy it is to play and how even it is from top to bottom. The intonation on this mute is fantastic, and it's got a nice open blow to it from low F sharp all the way well beyond high C. For me, I really love the sound that this mute creates, and for soloing, it is exactly the type of sound I'm looking for, and I don't feel like I have to work hard for a clean articulation, and that is just something that I love with this bucket mute, and that I think can be attributed to the different materials that are used in this mute. The fiber, the wood on the bottom, the metal up on top, the design and the combination of different materials, that's what gives this mute its full resonant sound. It's what helps give it that articulation and, just a great projection. The only thing that took a little getting used to is the weight of this mute, because this is quite a bit heavier than some of the other bucket mutes out there, like the Solo, the Easy Bucket, or the Humes&Berg. The Solo bucket weighs about 72 grams, the Humes&Berg about 135 grams. This weighs 214 grams, so this is about 3 times as heavy as that Solo bucket. But overall, I think this is a very versatile mute, and this is going to be appreciated by classical and jazz musicians. For any large ensemble work, this is going to be a great choice. For solo jazz work, I love it. This is a fantastic mute, and that's what I primarily used it for. I will say, if you do a lot of pit work and you need a bucket that you can just put in and take out quickly, this is a great option as well, because it's got a great articulation and it's got a great resonance and projection. So, this is going to be very well suited for all that pit work. So overall, another fantastic mute from TrumCor, and I think a lot of players out there, they are really going to enjoy using this mute. All right, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.